Hello everyone, today I'm gonna share myself adding more sections to my course. So the first thing is to go here and click on edit mode to be able to edit on my course, and I'll be able then to go to topic 1, which is the first section, to change its name. This is topic 1. I need to change the name to the first section, and my first section will be the overview. So I'm gonna click on custom here and write overview. Here I need to write a summary of the overview, so I wrote it on a draft to save more time, so I'm gonna take it and put it here. If I need to change anything with these settings, like the font color, the level, the text to the first lab, the sub-level, the background, the color, I need to change it. Anything I need to change. If I need to add any restrictions to the axis, I don't, then I'm gonna save the sections settings. After this, I need to add content to my section, which is overview. Now, as you see, I'm gonna click on add an activity or a resource. And here I need to add a resource. What is the resource? I need to add to the students a text and media area to give them more details about my overview. The text area might be anything that gives them more details about the overview. And I might also wanna include with this text area, I might need to include a video or an audio. So I need to click here and insert my video from here and choose the display options of the video. Choose advanced settings, make it muted, show controls or not show controls, whatever, all these, and loop it when it's over, starts again. And here I have subtitles options. Then I'm gonna insert my media. Okay, if I need to include here in my course, I need to include an image which is gonna be an infographic giving more details about my overview. So the infographic, I am gonna bring it from here, from my device. That's it. Let's say that's it. And then I'm gonna upload this file. I need to describe this image here for someone who cannot see it. I say this is, for example, an infographic of the overview, or the course overview, the size, where I need to put it in the bottom, in the, maybe I change it to be right or left, middle, I'm gonna make it middle, and then save image. So as you see, I'll have text and I'll have an image. Then I need to go down to change any settings I need here in the settings, or putting any restrictions. The activity completion, I need it to be manually because I need to be sure that they finished the task. If I need to add any tags or competencies here, and then I save and return to the course. Now I finished adding the first section, which is the overview. The second section will be the introduction. So I need to click on this plus sign and then go to edit section again to repeat the same thing. I'm gonna click on custom to change the title of this section into introduction. And here I'm gonna add the introduction to my course. The introduction to my course, I just wrote it here in a draft. So I'm gonna take it and put it here. This is the introduction, and then I'm gonna save the changes. Also later I can add an activity to this section as I want that is related to the introduction. Maybe it's I add a resource which is a PDF file or whatever, I add it later, no problem. Section 3. Section 3 is gonna be actually, I need to insert, or I need the students to download a worksheet. So I'm gonna change the section's name first, edit section. Or I'm gonna call it, because this worksheet is gonna give them a practice or a training on the steps, through the steps of we're gonna take through the course. So I'm gonna call it the steps, for example. And here I wrote a description of this section, so let me copy this for the time. Download the file and read about the first 2 steps you need to take in this course. Make sure you get it before sharing your feedback with others, because I'm gonna ask him to share the feedback. If I wanna change anything with these settings, the level, the font color, the background, I'm gonna do it. Restrictions, I don't wanna add any restrictions. Save it, changes, and go back. And in this section, I need to go to add an activity, and my activity or resource will be actually a resource, because I need to add a file from my device, which the students need to download and read very well and study before I see them for a class on Zoom. So I'm gonna call the name here, I'm gonna call it the steps paper. The description might be any description for this again, and then if I want to display the description on the course page, what is the file I need to add? I'm gonna add it from my device here, and it is here, this file. Upload this file. It was uploaded now. I need to fix or adjust these settings as I want. The appearance, it's gonna be automatic, that's what I need. Display resource description, I also need this one. Common module settings, I don't want to change anything here. I want to include this in the content of the course, download, yes. If I want to add any restrictions to this activity, to this resource, activity completion, I want it to be show the activity as complete when conditions are met. If I want to add any tags, any competencies, and then save and return to the course, save and display. That's how they're gonna see it. Okay. Now I'm gonna go back to my course. So I have 3 sections now: overview, introduction, the steps. What else? After the students read this paper and study the paper very well, we're gonna get a clear idea before I see them on a Zoom meeting, a virtual class. So I'm gonna add another section, section number 4. I'm gonna call it class 1, for example. So I need to first let me add it. It's not added yet. Be sure I added a new section first. The new section is where, no, it was added here. So let me go here. And it was added by mistake, so I need to delete it. And then I'm gonna have this one here. Now I need to add after the steps, because I want them to be in this order, I need to add after the steps a new section. And the new section, I'm gonna change its name to class 1. Edit section, custom, class 1. Class 1, I'm gonna write a description for class 1. For example, an invitation like this. Looking forward to see you in class 1 on Zoom. And then again, any changes with the settings, save changes. Now I need to add an activity. I go to activities and the activity will be a Zoom meeting. Because I'm not logged into Zoom, so I need to activate my Zoom account by logging into the website first, and after this I'll be able to use it. Okay. So I signed in to my Zoom account and it says also make sure your email on Zoom matches your email on the system. Well, for some reason, uh, it didn't work for me, so adding Zoom activity didn't work for me. It cannot be activated, so I'm gonna replace it by adding another resource. I'm gonna add the link to the meeting itself. So I'll go to adding resources, adding URL, and I'm gonna write here class 1, the name, class 1 link, and here is the link. The description is maybe looking forward to see you. Then I'm gonna go to the settings. If it's gonna be automatic, I need it automatic. The URL variables, the common settings. If I wanna add restrictions, activity completion, I need it to be when conditions are met, and save and return into the course. I intended to add the Zoom meeting itself, but it didn't work for me for some reason. The last section I'm gonna add is the reflect thing. So I'm gonna add section 5. I'm gonna change its name from here. I'm gonna make it custom and call it reflect. For example, the summary, I also wrote it here. So it says download the file. No, not this. Excuse me. I made a worksheet for them to help them reflect on the course. Okay, it's like an assignment for them. So I'm gonna write this description here and save my changes. Inside reflect, I'm gonna add an activity. The activity will be a resource. The resource is a file. They need to download and fill in. The name is gonna be worksheet 1. The description will be the same description I need. Then I'm gonna choose the file from here, worksheet 1. And I'm gonna upload the file. The file is uploaded now. I'm gonna change these as we said before. The activity completion is what I care about. when conditions are met, and then I'm gonna save and display. So right now I have 5 sections for my course. The 5 sections can be seen here. Thank you very much.